You guys are saying words like sonically. And
Our guest today.
Hi, welcome to Best Song Ever, Greatest Song of All Time. I'm Daniel Umperitas.
I'm Gramper.
This is, according to Ellery Smith, this is an immersive audio experience in which we attempt to divine the...
Hey, Ellery, way to coin that. That's great.
She said audio experience. I added the immersive part.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
We attempt to divine and discuss the best songs ever, greatest songs of all time. And on that note, Gramison, what is the best song ever, greatest song of all time?
Okay.
You can chime in, by the way, if you want to.
Okay, bet.
We talk a lot about song versus record.
Yeah.
Best song of all time, Driver's License.
Whoa.
Driver's License bangs so hard, and I was recently reminded of it because David Byrne just did a cover of it.
Yeah.
And I like the original. Look, I like Olivia Rodrigo. I like those girls. I like the original Driver's License. I like the production on it a lot. Like, I like the chorus. I like the bridge. It's a eminently re-listenable song. 5 years ago when it came out, I was listening to it, and then I was queuing it up again and again and again. And I was just driving around Orange, California, just blasting. And then, stopped thinking about it. It's not part of my life so much anymore. I'm no longer 21 years old. But it's the 5-year anniversary of the song. They released a cover that David Byrne did of it, and I was like, okay, I'll check this out. And at first I was like, okay. And then it just locks in.
Yeah.
And the production is so David Byrne.
I haven't heard it.
It's amazing. He also just has such a singular voice.
Yeah.
Also, he I feel like we had such a... There was a cultural moment about 15 years ago, people change... If you're covering a song, people would change pronouns to reflect their own life or change details.
100%.
And then it became no, it's cool to do it the way it was.
It's way cooler to just write,
it's
to just
way
do the song.
to just do it as it was. Yeah. David Byrne did change them.
Yeah.
And he goes, you're probably with that blonde boy. He's so much younger than me. And the way that he says younger, you feel him infusing his own emotion about his own insecurities into the song.
Whoa.
And the production on it is so different, but it's the core of the song is there. I think it's a brilliant piece of writing. I think she deserves everything she has.
Cool take.
I really love that song.
Cool take. Populist take.
Yeah.
Love it.
But
we need some of those.
Yeah, I mean, what am I doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here if
what's
not that?
What's my role if not? Daniel, what's best song ever, greatest song of all time?
On that note, I'm going to go with Alabama Shake's Over My Head.
Cool.
Last song on Sound and Color. This album, 2016, about 10 years old now. That whole album sonically still guides the people making music today.
Yeah.
I don't know any single person in my field who hasn't in some way been influenced by the sound of that album. And I think Over My Head, while Sound and Color, the song as an opener, is very much the iconic moment of the record. Those opening vibraphones. I think. Dude. Yeah, I mean, it's so fucked up. Yeah. I think the closer of Over My Head is... it doesn't... We've talked about this a lot, where it doesn't even have to be the best song on the record to be the best song ever, greatest song of all time. And it's it's arguably not the standout moment of the album. But every time I hear it, when she starts repeating and cycling and hyperfixating on loving so deeply I'm in over my head, and then it changes to this triplet feel, and they just cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle, and it becomes this really emotional thing that I feel while the album a lot of the time uses pretty intense dynamics and harsh sounds to convey, this is one of the rare times in the record where they just do something so deeply, intensely beautiful that spirals out of control in a way that Give Me All Your Love is these big hits. There's no fucking big hits in Over My Head. And it's this really sort of torrential downpour of emotion that I feel is stand
The other
out.
big moments of that album are very precise and contained.
Yeah,
which is
for sure.
Because Boys and Girls, very interesting album. And a lot of fun.
Pretty rambunctious.
Blues rock.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Hold On's a great song.
Yeah.
And then you get to Sound and Color, and it is very specific.
Yeah.
And it has
Almost
something.
restrained
But like even
in
the
that,
big moments,
yeah.
like in Miss You,
Yeah.
like the I'm yours,
Yeah.
I'm yours, cuts out right away. Like it's very
Yeah.
orchestrated and
Yeah.
very precise.
And there's this sort of freedom in like how much it lets go.
Yeah.
For her vocal performance specifically. Also,
So good.
Brittany Howard being
I'll
one of the
never
greatest
forget
vocalists of the last
her
20 years.
Playing This Feeling.
Yeah, that was
at
the best
Hollywood
thing.
Bowl.
Best
and,
thing
like,
ever.
Introducing it by being like, "There's a song that I wrote when I realized that my dreams had come true, and I really hope they don't go away." And
Yeah.
then she just plays This Feeling.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Please don't take this feeling
Yeah, I mean she's
that I found at last."
a songwriter that
Shoot me in the head.
songwriter and a vocalist. Shoot me in the head. She's a
Yeah.
songwriter and a vocalist that we don't give enough credit to. But I think that song.
Well, we
like,
do. But
we do. Yeah. I think if I were to like send a song
You
into
can
space,
chime in anytime too. I
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel you
no.
turn your head.
Yeah.
No, I'm disassociating listening because I don't do I listen to I listen to the same maybe 150 songs.
Awesome.
We did CDs and they were a weird mix. It was a weird mix of CDs growing up because my dad's Nigerian. There's a lot of like fella and shit, but I don't know the names of anything. But you guys are saying words like sonically, and
Our guest today is a comedian and a writer and all around good guy. Guys, welcome to the conversation, Oba Olaniyi.
Yeah, dog. What's up, man?
Thrilled to have you
not
here.
much. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited. Question mark.
Excited, a
this-
little nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't really talk about music all that much. I listen to it and then it leaves my head actually immediately
I'm
after.
actually most interested
Yeah,
in
this is
talking to some
good.
people like
This is
you,
good. We don't need
Yeah.
more me.
because we want.
I like the
It's about
sonically
passion
stuff.
ultimately.
I like
And so,
that.
Yeah, I
people
like that
are,
left an impression,
We want to
yeah.
know like the song that
Yeah.
you're like fuck yeah about.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting.
I also don't need you to do music theory analysis. Like
Yeah.
that's also the
And
other
I
thing.
will not.
You know what I'm talking
And
about?
you
Where like
and you will not be able to get
like
it
that's
out
like
of me.
the whole point of this mission has been to just like talk to our friends about like the joy of listening to the things that are the best things. So like you do have that experience, and like that's like I want to hear about that from like your end rather than my end, which I already know.
And you'll get it. And
Well,
don't you worry.
And so here you go. Here's your platform right now. What is the best song ever, greatest song of all time?
Best song ever, greatest song of all time, me and Mr.Jones.
Yeah, baby.
By Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
I
love
like
it.
that one.
Perfect song on like a perfect album. Too.
Perfect song on a
Yes.
perfect album. What's up, man? Why that song?
I like that song. So
What if that's all you said?
I like
and
that song.
I like that song. I really don't remember how I heard it, but I do know, unfortunately, I grew up in Iowa. I came into jazz in a bad way. I think it honestly probably went Michael Bublé.
Awesome.
And then from there we go jazz standards. I go, oh, there are black people doing these better.
What do you mean?
Better than Michael Bublé.
Wait, what do you mean better than Michael Bublé?
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Guys.
You guys aren't
There's
gonna.
a lady. Her name's Ella
You're not
Fitzgerald.
gonna believe this.
But and so I think that was the space I was listening in for a while, and I loved me and Mrs. Jones. I think that's a beautiful song, and I think we should be. Okay, people are making songs about cheating on each other a lot. Actually, I think I'm just not hearing them. I think they're just not making their way to me.
Yeah.
But I do
If you're
think
making cheating music, direct it to Oba.
Yeah.
I think I from an artistic perspective, cheating is cool.
Absolutely.
I don't think I should do it, and I don't think people
It's
should
not for
do
me.
it to me.
Yeah.
But it is interesting.
But
It is.
personally,
If
It makes
Don
for,
Draper was a
it makes
car,
for
he'd be the
very,
biggest one
very
in the
interesting
world.
art.
Listen, I had not thought about the Try Guys in years, and then what's his face cheated a little, and I said I'm interested again. And also, I don't think you can kick somebody out of the Try Guys for cheating. That's different. That's and that's old.
Because he was trying something.
He was trying something.
Trying something
He was
new.
trying something new. Anyway, point is, I liked me and Mrs. Jones, and then I must have found this song. I must have read the title. I must have gone, oh, she just flipped the gender.
Yeah.
And then it starts with, what kind of fuckery is this?
Yeah.
One of the best moments in the
which-
history of
What a
music.
cool opener.
Is an amazing line, and I think I kind of didn't know you could do that.
Totally.
It kind of was one of those moments where I go, oh, there are new options on the table. You can say, what kind of fuckery is this?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's allowed. And then the song is it's so petty on an album with so much like weight, like an album that's all about love, and you have really sad shit.
He can only hold her.
You can only hold her.
Yeah.
Wake up alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love is a losing game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about love, but also about like being in love with someone, and it's
Like the tragedy.
awful.
It's the tragedy
tragic.
of love. Yeah. And then there's this really petty moment.
And then there's just this song where she's like, because this song is about some guy. I think it's the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's about some guy, and he made them miss a Slick Rick concert.
Yeah.
But then, and she was like,
So good.
and she was like, I got over that.
Yeah.
But then he made her miss a Nas concert, and she was like, I will never forgive you for
Yeah.
this.
That is so
No,
sick.
100%.
That's so
And-
sick, dude.
That's, yeah. And so it's just petty. She's going through all this big emotion, and then
Yeah.
as she's making the album, she must have been like, "Oh, and remember when you fucking made
and
me?"
another thing.
And by the
thing.
way, another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that here's an itemized list of 30
Yeah.
complaints, you know? Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, I really like, also, we talk about this all the time. We're like, big concept, small, like, high stakes, small scale. You made me miss the
Totally.
fucking Nas show, and for that, you are dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck you.
I think that's also,
But also, I
So
think she
cool.
stayed with him.
oh, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that
no,
ended really
good
poorly.
things didn't happen there.
Good things
That's the
didn't
other
happen.
problem
So
with
there's a
this
call to
album.
the ladies, if he makes you miss a Nas concert, dump his ass.
Dump his ass.
Dump his ass, get him out of there. No, that's the other problem. Is it's like rehab. She should have gone. I can't listen to that song as much.
No, I mean this is a whole
so good, though.
record where it's impossible to get away. I mean it's like listening to Swimming, where it's like you go, yes, no, Mac Miller's Swimming.
Oh, yeah.
You go
Okay.
listen to Swimming and you run it back and you're like, wow, this is like a really incredible magnum opus work, and like it's just also impossible to like get away from the context of the art, which is to say that like 3 months later, you know,
Yeah.
the worst thing in the world happens to this person, and you just like, I think with Amy, also because it was so tabloidy, there's also
So
like so
sad.
much, like every one of these fucking documentaries, the Amy biopic, all of these things are so tragedy focused, and I actually like, I love the idea of like just listening to this music and being like, God, what a good fucking song though. Like, oh my God, this shit
Rehab's
burns.
unbelievably
Rehab's
good.
insane.
Yeah,
but
Rehab's great.
This song specifically,
top 5 favorite song of all time.
this
for
song
me,
specifically
maybe.
burns all the way through. There's never a moment where it changes. They don't fucking change anything. They're just going right through the fucking song, and it feels so good that for 2.5 minutes you're here in this world and you're loving it and you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
And that's like something that like very few people besides like fucking D'Angelo knew how to do.
Yeah.
Like it was just we're gonna do this one groove the whole time. You're gonna fucking love it.
Yeah, man.
Trust me, it's gonna be great. And I just think that's like so important.
So you said you like first heard it in college, you think, or high school?
No.
Yeah.
It would have been high school. I'm trying to think. The progression. Because I know. Okay, so I remember hearing about Amy Winehouse a lot.
Yeah, she was around.
I
during
She
like
was around.
when I was a kid. I would have heard Rehab on the radio, and I also would have heard the drug stuff, and also I don't know, the document. Everyone kind of goes, "Damn, they really were mean to her."
This music just like it does go so deep culturally with us. Like we did have so much in this short time that this record specifically was so omnipresent, there was so much of her in like a Britney Spears way where like she was just around and people were like doing their best to just rip into it. And I think like there's so much to be said for just like the strength of these songs alone. I mean, like for me, like first time I listened to this record, I had like absolutely, you want to talk about like revelatory, like I didn't know you could do that things. I had the exact same shit. I had no idea you could start a song with fuckery. And also,
and it was
like,
supposed to be called Fuckery too.
Was it really?
Yeah. She wanted it to be called Fuckery, and they said, Amy, you got to be a little bit grown up about this one. And so that's.
They're like, Amy, we gave you Fuck Me Pumps.
Yeah, we did give you Fuck Me Pumps.
Which also, I don't like Fuck Me Pumps.
I do.
I think it's all right.
It's not for me.
It's all right. I think this.
But I like anything she's bringing to the table. Frankly.
I think for the most part, the Back to Black stuff is like the most dialed version of what she was trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And I think the other stuff like feels like a
But
little
I like
messier.
the messy one too.
Yeah, the messy stuff. The
I
messy stuff's
love
not
her
bad.
cover of
It's
"We
just-
Used to Love Me Tomorrow."
Oh yeah.
How interesting
So
too
good.
that like you are that good at your specific sound, which is like, you know, jazz, R&B, reggae, all these different things. But you are like as famous as like Britney Spears or like any of these other pop stars that are making pop music because the shit you make is that good.
Yeah, you're a full
That's
jazz
insane.
singer. A full jazz singer that we're sitting here comparing to Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Which is cuckoo bananas.
Kind of like Adele. That's kind of nuts.
It is crazy that we're sitting here being like best voice ever, greatest voice of all time. You know, again, you want to talk about influence. Like there's in the same way, there's like not a single person singing today that hasn't heard that and gone like, oh, there's something here that I could like, you know, take from this. We essentially do have one album. Like, there's Frank. If you want to go into Frank, there's
like
Frank.
Frank.
Sure,
There are parts of Frank that are
but
good.
we have one album.
No,
I
that's
like
true.
a couple songs.
But because
off
there's
Frank.
less,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the demo of I Heard Love Is Blind. You know, I really like Someone to Watch Over Me. Like there's really great moments. But like we are talking about this artist, this like whirlwind force off the strength of one album, which is pretty staggering.
It's nuts.
It's pretty staggering. It's like
The presence is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like not just starting with what kind of fuckery is this, but she has so many moments
there's
like that.
literally so many
Which
moments. in the
brings
whole
you
song.
right in.
And like you wanna sing along, but you also, if you're singing along, you can't hear her, so then you just kind of mouth along. It's she like never did the same take twice. She's like a jazz singer, so like she'd do something and they'd have to just basically comp together like the best version of the song from all these like multiple different runs, or just like keep this take that is just like in and of itself like what it was gonna be.
That's the nice thing about watching her live is that, or like recorded live, but like watching those performances, I do have to just sit and watch because I will sing along to the album version. I know it's gonna happen.
It's so hard to sing along to her live because you don't know what she's gonna sing next. Yeah,
and also so many of them she's tossed. But it's like even when she's not, it's just like, oh, I actually don't know. What's on the way. And that's.
It's so exciting.
The like slow version of Valerie from BBC One.
Yeah, really
Remember that
great.
one?
Really great.
Incredible.
I think it's the better one.
They played at the end of the documentary. Yeah,
I
agree.
don't watch any of the documentaries.
I can't. Yeah,
It's like the one that like won the Oscar or whatever, or like was very big like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
really upsetting.
I didn't like it at
As
all.
a fan of hers, like really didn't.
I
like
didn't.
it.
I didn't like it.
Didn't see the movie about her either.
I don't even. I spent a little time on the Wikipedia. Don't even be there.
Don't be there.
No. Yeah.
just be here.
But I guess two questions. Like one, of the discography that's so interesting in so many things. Why this one? But then two, like, what do you love so much about this song specifically?
This song specifically, I'm not sure. Let me try and think it through, because I will say, Wake Up Alone hits me in a different place, and I think Wake Up Alone potentially means the most to me, and I might even think that it's a better song in a lot of ways. But this one I can listen to when the sun's out. This one,
100%.
like,
Yeah.
this
100%.
this one I've re-listened to so many times, and I've killed a lot of songs like over listening to them.
Yeah, totally.
And this song I can't I can't do that for. Yeah, I've ruined a handful of songs I really love, and I think Wake Up Alone is in second place, where I go, I can listen to this over and over and over again, but I have to take a break from that one. I don't need a break from me and Mr. Jones.
run it back.
Just straight
we
rips.
can come back every day, and it's still. I don't know, and I think it also is that petty. It is that like
There's like a funness to it. Is like it's kind of fun.
Funny.
There's a funness to it,
She's
and
got
like
some shit to say.
and like
It's so
so
funny.
much of her narrative like is like sad or deep and dark, and this is like, I don't know, a moment of light where she's like, you made me miss my friend's show, and I hate you for that.
This is also like why she's a star and why she's a generational artist.
You are just seeing someone do what she wants, exactly what she wants in that particular moment.
Yeah.
And that is...
And like the prudishness of the moment.
People are
And-
trying to. I mean, sorry, you're saying.
Oh, and that's a thing, I think, because of the algorithm and because of like polished machines, we do start to see like less and less. I am seeing like people post content that they're like, I know this works. I did this one time, it worked, I'll do it again.
But I think, often we talk about this like with like trying to adapt a book or whatever, or trying to like people are sometimes too worried about taking the elements of the thing versus the essence of the thing.
Oh, okay.
Of that, like,
I like that.
Amy Winehouse, like people that are emulating her are like trying to sound like her or trying to do this thing rather than having the essence of being like very true and very specific and very I'm just kind of like a lady from London and I'm just kind of messy and I'm gonna be messy.
The ethos
here.
of Amy Winehouse is actually like not her voice. That was like a weapon she used, while the ethos of the Amy Winehouse project was like
genuinely
defiant.
a beautiful coincidence that someone that fun and cool and like a crazy girl from Camden, I think, has a voice that pairs perfectly well with that sensibility.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whereas like, people adapt a book, sometimes they want to do beat for beat exactly what was in the book instead of capturing how the book made you feel and what the whole point of the
which
thing
is why
was.
you end up with something like One Battle After Another, which is like kind of an adaptation,
Yeah, but it's great.
but it's not.
Yeah.
And it's like he was just like, I don't know, I thought this part of the book like resonated, and then I put a bunch of other ideas on it,
Yeah.
and like that's a great adaptation.
And not to be a huge populist, but I thought the recent film adaptation of Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation was not like a one-for-one of the book, but was great.
Sure.
It was like totally captured the essence.
Sure.
It's about essence.
It's about essence. I think that's
People
also
should
like
steal
when we
essence more than they should steal
when we
notes.
talk about Amy Winehouse, I think that's like what we're talking about, which is like, why the fuck this and nothing else? And it's because it was like so that essence was. I mean, I was talking about this musically. We're talking about it like with her like cleverness, her funniness, all of these things. It's like so focused. It's so confident and defiant, and kind of like middle finger in the air. This is me. What
Yeah.
kind of fuckery are we? I will start a jazz song with fuck.
Yeah.
And I will say he kept his dick wet because that is what I would say. It's like very colloquial.
Yeah.
And
It's also it's this interesting case of because I think there's so many talented singers, but I think all the best singers, I think a problem that comes up is they don't have music that can stand up to their voice fully.
Cool. I like
They can't. I think there's so many people with like crazy powerhouse voices, but the writing can't keep up, and this is a case of the writing keeping up with the voice, where there are a lot of people where I'm like, okay, you sing crazy, you sing real good, but your music is
the art of the song. And that's, I mean, like when we talk about Amy Winehouse, what's the first thing I said, which was greatest voice ever, greatest voice of all time.
true.
We don't really like give her enough credit as just a singular songwriting person.
That's true. And she's done a
songwriter.
great job of like marrying, like something that I think people should do more when they're not the best writers is choose really specific covers to do so that when you do them great. They feel like yours and they feel like a new thing, and she was so good at picking out really narrow, really specific things that were not like major.
Yeah.
Like Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow was a big hit in its time.
Yeah.
but like in the mid 2000s was not like super around.
That's also classic jazz guy.
Yeah.
Like being like, I'm gonna do the deep cut. Like I like this.
We'll talk about
song.
Sinatra.
Like,
I don't know if
yeah.
Sinatra ever fucking wrote a song.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
But he made so many songs his version of it.
Yeah, and she just like
But she is an incredible
her
writer, too.
songwriting itself like is like you're so right that is like
So sick.
such an important part of why she is who she is, because the songwriting met the voice. You have an 11 out of 10 voice, and then you have 11 out of 10 songwriting,
Yeah.
and that's why she's this force of nature.
also
Not just because she
She's
sings
fun,
really well.
man. Valerie's a fun
Valerie's
song.
fun. It's fun as fuck. There was a
Yeah.
lot of joy in it, even though there's like that tragedy. There was like so much joy
Yeah.
that she was like putting into the music.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is just
sad.
like so important.
Yeah.
Well, I think for that reason and so many reasons, me and Mr. Jones is the best song ever, greatest song of all time.
Absolutely.
I would have to agree on account of I brought it here.
On the count that you brought it here.
Yeah.
Now, to end each episode, Graham and I really wanted to take the audio-only medium to its fullest extent. We wanted to really like try to reward our listeners for the fact that we are too broke to pay for video content. So we wanted to give them something that was like, oh shit, like this
Too
is why
broke,
it's
and
audio
also,
only.
you know, let's be real, too lazy.
Too lazy. Also,
You
we could
can
do it if
call
we wanted.
yourselves purists. You can elevate this. You
You're
can
right,
make
we
it
can
fancy.
spin this, yeah.
Well, so and
Mark
so this
Maron
is
never went video, and you guys won't either.
yeah.
'cause
This is
you're
how we. This
fancy,
is also our
smart
attempt to sort of
guys.
like elevate in that way, right? To be like, well, how can we take this and like, if this is what we've got, how can we take this
Yeah, much
further?
like Amy Winehouse pushed the forms of what she was doing.
Exactly. So how we're trying to do that is we're ending every episode with a game of rock paper scissors.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
You're
So you pick one of
say-
us to challenge.
And we play rock paper scissors.
okay, and then
And that's it.
Okay,
I mean, you can win something if you want.
Yeah,
People have
we can have
demanded
stakes.
stakes
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
which
I would like
Well, you, no,
Flipping
you don't
around the
win
room.
something. You don't get
About
to
what
take
to
something
take
out of the
is so
studio.
funny.
No. Wait.
other people have had to like do something.
Yeah,
Elvis,
yeah.
like, what in here?
Graham's like, you can win something. He immediately goes to the guitars on the
Like,
wall.
oh, those are nice.
Yeah, so you get to challenge one of us in rock paper scissors, and that's that.
all right. Let's go.
Let's fucking ride.
Yeah.
On shoot, best of one.
Okay.
All right, rock paper scissors shoot. Son of a bitch.
Nice.
I killed that.
All right.